Most of my ideas about Americans came from the media. I mean, some crimes reports in the news, violence scenes in some Hollywood movies, and newspaper reports about the US military intrusions in the regional area around Saudi Arabia. Because of that, I thought violence is everywhere in the US, and Americans look at it as just normal thing in their life. But when I came to the United States, I realized that Americans are against any kind of violence, and some Americans whom I met regretted some military actions of their government because they do respect the life of innocent people whom passed away due to American wars. Moreover, Americans would sue a father if he was guilty of hurting his own children. America is a peaceful place which appreciates everybody's liberty, freedom, and security.
Before I came to the United States, I thought that everybody but celebrities were overweight. The reality is different here in Boulder. 99% of the people are fit, sporty, and try to eat as healthy as they can. I also thought that I would find tall buildings and big cities everywhere. I'm glad that this is not the reality. I can find places with green environment without the buzz of busy cities, which I like better.
Before we came to the United States, we thought Americans are in general self-centered. They don't respect other people. They mistreat all people from all over the world. But when we came here, we found the real fact. Americans are better.
They smiled at you even if they do not know you. Also, they say sorry and excuse me all the time even if they have not done something wrong. They care about you and they are happy to help you.
Before I arrived to the States, I used to perceive the Americans as highly educated and internationally aware of what is going on outside their country. Well, I was told that the Super Bowl was the most watched sport event in the world. Seriously? We cannot wait to visit places other than Boulder to see how Americans live outside the bubble and if they are in line with our stereotypes.
And lies. You're a drop in the rain, just a number, not a name. And you don't see it, you don't believe it. At the end of the day, you're a needle in the hay. Your silence hid it, and now you gotta deal with it.
Where are you from? People always ask me. Angola, I say. They think hard to figure it out, but finally ask, where is it? When I say Africa, they always look surprised. Why do people never know where Angola is? From what I see, many people think of Africa as a country rather than a whole continent. That way, it is easy to make generalizations or stereotypes about all African countries. For instance, many people think that African people live around wildlife. The reality is that Angolans live not with wild animals, but with domestic ones. You find wild animals in national parks. Another misconception is the type of houses that we live in. People think that Africans live in huts, although it is true for some parts of Angola. We also have beautiful houses made of concrete or wood. We have civilization. We have large, beautiful cities and not just rural places. By thinking that we don't have civilization, people think that we don't have access to technology such as television, internet, and cell phones, when in reality, just like an American, Angolan parents also complain about the time young people spend on the internet or watching television, and how we are always looking at our phones instead of having real in-person conversations. Finally, the picture of Africa, the one that is portrayed on media with much emphasis, is that of an unhappy place with a lot of poverty and diseases where everybody struggles daily. That is not all that Angola and Africa in general have to offer. In my country, you find many beautiful places in every single province. There are healthy people that have normal daily lives. And although it is not to be glorified, Luanda, the capital of Angola, is the most expensive city in the world. It is true that there are people that live in such bad conditions, but not everybody. And the authorities of the country are trying to eradicate poverty and provide a better life for everybody. In so many ways, Africa is not only what media covers. People never think about what each country went through and how they are in process of restoration. What about showing the other side of Africa? The one with beautiful landscapes, picturesque views, amazing cultures, and unique wildlife with many natural resources and great potential for development. A continent just like the others with individual and culturally different countries where there is a big contrast between poverty and wealth. A continent with people with determination and dreams who believe that they can help change the reality of those that still suffer, where there is hope for everybody. Angola does not fit in all these stereotypes of Africa.
When people hear Saudi Arabia, they start to think about oil, rich people, desert and camels, and an educated society. Actually, that is because of the mistaken stereotypes about my country.
Many people think that all Saudis are rich and financially careless, but that is far from the reality. Yes, there are rich people, but there are also those who are poor. And people know we do not have oil wells in our backyards, nor do we spend thousands of dollars each day. An average monthly salary of a biology school teacher is 3,700 Saudi riyals, which equates to only about $986 per month. That teacher will have to pay an average of $400 for rent because his chances of owning a house are almost impossible given the unbelievably expensive real estate market in major cities of the kingdom. Needless to say that if that teacher was a woman, she would have to allocate for an average of $266 a month for transportation, since she is legally banned from driving a car and is provided no forms of public transportation. Yes, our fathers, husbands, and brothers happily drive us around to places, but they cannot be available at any time due to their job demands. It may be hard to believe that in an oil-rich country, poverty exists. Islam, the national religion of Saudi Arabia, commands us to apportion 2.5% of what we own in investment and savings for charity each year, regardless of our income level. People of high and middle class, along with the support of the government, have managed to provide shelter for homeless women and children. Our shelters are quite different than those in the United States. Al-Arbita, the Arabic name for shelters, are built by wealthy individuals, and occupants are likely to stay there for years for free. However, there are still some people who live on the street. During the holidays, the month of Ramadan and Eid, donations are expected to skyrocket. Mainly food and new clothes are donated by individuals of high and middle class. You might have heard that the Saudi government provides an income for its university students. That's true. But did you know that there are families who are living on just that source of income, which equates to about $264 a month, And please bear in mind the fact that Saudis value large families. Now you might think that we have a different definition of poverty. Of course we do. Each country draws a poverty line that is relevant to its culture and based on what is considered as a basic need for its citizens. Saudi Arabia is a rich country, but not all its citizens are. However, we are thankful for our culture and religion that fosters team spirit and promotes helping the disadvantaged, even if you are one of them. Let's not also forget that two people could be earning the same amount of money, but their physical appearances do not convey the same message. Culture affects the way you spend your money and influences how you align your priorities.
ليالي نجد ما مثلك ليالي غلاك أول وزاد الحب غالي ليالي نجد ما مثلك ليالي غلاك أول وزاد الحب غالي ليالي نجد للمحبوب طيبي أمانة نور عيني يا ليالي ليالي نجد للمحبوب طيبي أمانة نور عيني يا ليالي ليالي